All right. The name is Delman, aka Four Eyes the Ugly Professor, doing the project review for the new Lloyd Banks AON Part 3. That's All or Nothing Part 3. Despite my mistakes, this project review is done on behalf of Old Heads Network. Alright, I knew nothing about All or Nothing Part 1 or 2 until Part 3 dropped. Never even heard about the series, nonetheless have listened to it. I heard about his Halloween Havoc series. I have and dig the Course of Inevitable series. I got all parts of those, part 1, 2, and 3. I believe I reviewed all 3 of those albums on this channel, on this YouTube channel. You can go search that out. And Lloyd Banks has like 34 different projects. That's include mixtapes, EPs, group albums, all that good shit. And his first studio solo album was dropped in 2004 called The Hunger for More. Came out. And then you have like the album before that, which was a group / collabo joint with the G Unit called Beg for Mercy. That dropped like in 2003. Lloyd Banks back in the day was known for the punchlines. He was like a rapper's rapper. He had a lot of respect for the witty and clever punchlines that he did, but I would say more so in the 2020s, he's elevated to like more grown man life lesson talk, introspective lyrics, talking about and kind of speaking on the emotions that a black man goes through everyday life. That type of shit. And that's what the lyrics are mostly on this new album. The album feels and falls in the line of the Course of Inevitable series. It falls in line with that. It has that same feel and vibe that those albums have. And this is an album to me, masquerading as a mixtape. Because I believe it's labeled as a mixtape. It's not considered a studio album, even though it plays and sounds like an album. It has all original content, all original production. So it feels like an album, but it's not labeled as an album from what I can see on these different platforms. The rhymes and the hooks and the subject matter and content on this new project is top notch. The production, not so much. The production, for the most part, is solid. There's nothing on there beat-wise that's going to blow you away. There's nothing that's going to wow you. I would say it was a few songs that I didn't care for, strictly due to the production. And there was a few songs that I thought it was just okay, strictly because of the production. So the lyrics and the content, the subject matter, and the hooks carry this album. He has features from Ransom on a joint called 1982. He has Styles P on a joint called Despite My Mistakes. He has Ghostface Killer on a joint called Endangered Innocence. I believe that's the name of the song. And he has a lot of different producers on here. Most are not known to me. I believe Nicholas Craven is the only one that I knew, and he did like one joint. And this project has like 18 tracks total. So I was not feeling like track 9, which was called The Art of Rap. And then like tracks 10, 12, 13, and 14 had a similar feel sonic-wise, that they kind of felt like I was listening to the same song, even though the beats were different. They sonically sound the same. And it really didn't pick up until like track 15. It picked back up on track 15 to me. Like those tracks, track 10 was called, I think, Keep Pushing. No, track 10, I'm sorry. The name of that was like Perfect World. Then you had track 12, what was called Keep Pushing, and then you had track 13 called Traumatized, and track 14, which was called Revolving Door. I felt they had a similar feel to it sonically, and it kind of like the album or project, should I say, took a dip in the middle due to those songs, and then it picked back up during track 15. I thought those songs were just okay. So I would give this album a strong B. It's teetering. I would say a B. I would give it a B plus, but it barely hits that B plus mark. I know with some people online that I saw a few people online that think very highly of this album. I'm not as high on this album as those few folks I saw online are, but it is a very solid album. I was thinking at first, like, it's a strong B, but then I started listening to it a little more. I say, all right, I'll push it up to barely that, it gets to that barely B plus range. It barely gets there. So it's definitely still worth getting because the lyrics are very strong, especially if you into like dudes on some grown man shit talking about some shit that we all can relate to as black men. You would like it. It's not on no conscious shit. I don't want to say that. I don't want to put them in that box, but it does have conscious elements to it, and I appreciate what he did lyrically on it. I wish the production was stronger. That's all I'm saying. So subscribe and like and all that good shit, and I'm out.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.